Hello, everyone. Just going to give a quick review of the Fulham Chelsea game. So, Chelsea won that game 2-0, and Mykhailo Mudryk did score. Yes, you heard that correctly. Mudryk did score. So, a couple of things, three takeaways. First thing will be on Mudryk. So, yes, Mudryk did score, and what I'm going to say is that I don't think he's at the point now where we're going to consistently start seeing assists and goals from Modric. I think what this is going to do is give him some confidence to start to produce assists and goals. In the first 10 minutes or so, he had three or four chances where, he was out wide on the left, got the ball, and, we waited to see what he was going to do. There was a chance where he cut in onto his right, took on a couple of defenders, and took a shot that went over the bar. Another, he tried to go outside to the left of the defender, and his touch away from the defender skewed the ball, I want to say at least 10 yards. It was a poor touch. And there were two other chances like that, all within the first 10 minutes where he didn't really produce much or anything with the ball he was given, right? You normally expect your winger to either successfully complete a take on or seeing that there's no opening, you send a pass back to, someone infield or down the line. And we didn't see that from Modric. I have to say though, his goal was expertly taken. Something that I saw that Chelsea was trying to do was having their wingers make runs in that space between the fullback and the center back, which is where he scored from. So I think he had a run in between the center back and the fullback, ran through, took it nicely on his chest, and touched it past Leno before he could get there. So well done by Modric. That's one. Second thing was Fulham were poor. Uh, Chelsea won the game in midfield. They essentially dominated with Gallagher, Fernandez, and Caicedo. What they did was to high press Palinia. So Gallagher pretty much was on Palinia, I want to say, the whole game. And Gallagher is good at that. Gallagher will run endlessly. So they were able to pull Palinia and Harrison Reed. I think Harrison Reed had a very poor game, which I think accounts for him being substituted in the 65th minute because he wasn't really having any effect on the game. There were so many times when Chelsea did a great job of playing out of the back, and in playing out of the back, they were actually able to find gaps in the center of midfield, which is, you know, the worst thing you want to do against any team. You always want to send players wide and have them work their way back in, right, when you're trying to defend. And Enzo Fernandez, there were a couple of times that I remember first half, second half, he was able to just run straight through midfield with no one stopping him. So that was poor from Fulham. The third thing I'm going to talk about is the striker situation. So Jackson was suspended. Broja is back from injury and started the game. And I have to say, Chelsea fans, I don't think this is the start of a run of goals coming in from Broja because I don't think Broja is necessarily an upgrade for from Jackson. Broja is maybe a bit more persistent, but I didn't see him that much more clinical either. The goal that he scored was a lucky deflection. Timrim had an error and tried to clear the ball, and the ball ricocheted off Broja. Granted, his persistence paid off for the goal, but I don't think this suddenly means that, we're going to see Chelsea scoring 5, 6 goals every game now. So I think there's still some questions to answer for Chelsea in attack. Their defense, that's the positive. That has been solid all season. Thiago Silva is an ever-present back there, and he marshals, them back there. Dizazi and Colwill playing alongside him have done a good job of, I guess, following his lead. So defense has been secure. Attack is where we know Chelsea has struggled. No issues with their gameplay. They have options. They have solid wingers. So there's no issue in terms of build-up play. That midfield is, the most expensive midfield in the Premier League. No issues with playing the ball out of the back, building it up. It's in that striker position where they have issues. And for Chelsea to have any joy this season, they're going to need to get a striker, or I think we'll continue to see some of the same struggles, except we see someone like Sterling suddenly hit form. I don't think that form is coming from Mudryk. So those are my takeaways. Thank you.